Hello everyone and welcome to the video. In today's video I've created a great workout for you to try, whether at home, whether at the gym. All you need is a little bit of equipment and you'll be able to get this done. With this workout, I want you to really think that every movement that you do is meant to be done with intention and purpose. So don't just go through this and just kind of do it at half speed or just do it with no real vigor or no real purpose behind your movements. Make sure everything you're going to do today, you're going to do it with purpose and you're going to try to put as much effort and as much intent as you can. Okay, for the prep drills, we got 3 different drills, and what I want you to do is I want you to do either 2 to 3 sets of these drills, depending on your fitness level. 2 sets might be enough if you're kind of a beginner or you're just getting started out. 3 sets might be better if you're in a little better shape or you're maybe an intermediate or to an advanced exerciser. For these drills, I want each one to be done for 30 to 60 seconds, either for the whole duration or per side. So you'll see some of the drills we're focusing on one side at a time. For those, you can pick either 30 to 60 seconds per side. My suggestion would be just have your phone or have some kind of stopwatch or clock right beside you that just counts down that you can kind of follow along with. Enjoy the prep. Get an athletic stance. Make sure when you drive your knee up, you drive it up in line of your foot. That's really all you got to think of. Drive up. Exhale as you drive up. As you get looser, do it with a little more force. Both sides. Half kneeling position, band around the legs. Nice and tall, upper body. I'm going as far as I can each way without losing this. So whenever that starts to deviate, that's as far as I got. Exhale. Exhale. Follow with your eyes. Maintain posture throughout. I kind of went a little too fast there and I almost lost that. Make sure you do both legs. Get set up. You might have to adjust a bit. Solid. Side line, band just above the knees, just separate the knees. Really feel your kind of glutes, the outside of your leg driving that motion. Exhale. Every time you move it. Really fire those hips with this drill though. After the prep, we have power. So power is so important for athletics. It's so important for athletes. It's so important for golfers. We need to be able to produce power. So the 3 movements that I have here are advanced movements, and I can't stress that enough. These are hard movements, and there's something that if you are not used to exercising, I wouldn't jump right into this. Now, there's modifications that I do make a mention of in each one of these exercises, but the easiest thing you can do if this is going to be too hard is just to eliminate the box, okay? So every one of these drills, we're using a box. The first one, you're gonna do a step up and then drive up and jump. Now, if you can't, or it seems like it's gonna be too difficult to do the jump, then just drive up onto one leg and balance at the top and don't jump. The other 2 drills, you're jumping onto a box. So instead of jumping onto a box, just jump onto the ground, and that'll make it a little bit simpler. If you have experience and you feel up to it, go for it and try the boxes. I mean, these are great drills, and I do use these with a lot of my athletes. For the power drills, we're going to do 3 to 5 sets depending on your fitness level, and we're going to do 3 repetitions per side. After you do all of these drills in succession, so you're going to do one drill after the other, I want you to take a 1 to 2 minute break and let yourself recover before you jump right back in and do the next set. Okay? So each one of these drills, we're going to do the step up and then the drive first, then the rotational jump, then the kettlebell deadlift and the jump, one after the other. That's one set. And then you go back to the start, and that would be the beginning of your second set after your 1 to 2 minute break. Enjoy the power set. The next set we're going to do is a strength set. So for the strength set, this is going to be a little bit harder because we're going to have a little more repetitions, but the exercises aren't as difficult. Okay? For the strength set, again, I want you to complete 3 to 5 sets, depending on your fitness level. Start lower and then gradually go up. It's also going to be done as a superset or as exercises in succession, meaning you're going to do the first exercise and the second exercise and the third exercise and the fourth exercise, and that's one set. Then you start back at the start. You'll notice here I have 2 lower body exercises and 2 upper body exercises. The lower body exercises are a squatting pattern or a lunging pattern really, and a deadlift pattern. 2 great movements, functional, foundational movements that should be in anybody's program. Okay? You'll be able to do those exercises to make them a little bit easier. Maybe don't do them offset, hold 2 weights at the side, or eliminate the band in the deadlift. For the pulls, for the resistance band pulls, you don't need to modify those ones. You'll be able to do those. My advice would be with the face pulls and the W's, use a very light band so you actually activate the smaller muscles in your back. And with the split stance row, use a heavier band and really try to pretend someone's driving your elbow back behind you as you pull that band. Enjoy the strength set. Stand, so that means my back toe is in line with my heel. I'm going to hinge and come up. This is obviously activating the backside of my body a lot more. So hinge, stand up. Hinge, stand up. So seeing me from the front, I'm in a split stance. This weight's on the one side. Hinge till that weight's at the ground. Stand up. Really keeping the band with a lot of tension as I move. split stance, more weight on that front leg, but I'm not squatting into it at all. I'm just kind of leaning on it a bit. Thumb stays up, elbow drives right back, other arm kind of reaches forward a bit, more up like a running motion. Exhale as you drive your elbow back. Keeps the stable body kind of other than the working arms. Both sides. More weights in that leg. Thumb up. Exhale as you pull. For this drill, you want the resistance band to be about shoulder height or a little bit lower. So remember, we're working on kind of our shoulder blades here. So the first thing I'm going to do is a face pull. So I'm going to bring this into kind of my chin height, and I'm going to drive my elbows back to move this. So face pull, W. Face pull, W. Face pull, W. Keep moving. Face pull. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. W, squeeze your shoulder blades together and down. Together, together and down. Together, together. Now we're on the torso stuff. So the torso is obviously very important, or people call it core. I don't like to call it core. I like to call it torso. So with the torso work we're going to do today, I do have two drills for you. Again, superset. Just do the drills one after the other, complete 3 sets, and these are going to be great drills to really activate and turn on your core at the end of this workout after we're already pretty fatigued from everything we've already done. So the first exercise is a kneeling torso turn. So you're going to want to stay nice and good posture throughout. Keep your core and your glutes active, and you're just rotating. The second drill is more for your hips and core. So you're going to be in a 90-90 position. And the big thing you're going to want to try to do is keep your arms like this. It might seem easy just to do it like this, but when you're in that 90-90 position, it's a lot harder. For this, you're again, do it in succession, 3 to 5 sets, depending on your fitness level. Enjoy. Kneeling, so that means solid core, glutes firing, so we're nice and neutral here. Start this at about shoulder to hip height in that region. Cross your body, arms straight. Come right through. Don't do this. Stay solid as you move. Really feel nice and stable here and just move everywhere above. For this exercise, we're going to get into a 90-90 position, meaning that I have a 90-degree angle here and here. And I'm just going to try to keep this knee down, and while keeping that knee down, moving as far as I can from side to side, keeping my lower body as quiet as I can. This is working on stabilizing my shoulders. So I'm going to do that on each side. So make sure I come here, get into my good 90-90 position. Now, as far as I can go, keeping my arms straight. You can see I'm actually a little tighter on my hip, on my right hip. This knee's coming up. So try to keep both knees down. And go as far as you can. Maintaining posture and breathing through. And last but not least, we have the cool down. So you can't do an exercise program without cooling down or recovering. You shouldn't anyways. You should always try to bring your body back to normal. So for the recovery, I did pick 3 different drills that I thought would hit the areas that we're going to be using, but also areas that I think are very important to hit for everybody. So the first drill is a toe touch with our toes elevated. With our toes elevated, this is going to cause a lot more of a pull along the backside of our body, and it's going to be harder, but you're going to get a lot of rewards from it. The second drill is going to be a pretzel. So I'm actually rotating and turning my body into a pretzel. That's where the name comes from, a pretzel. And this is going to be one that we're going to hold. And the third and final drill we're going to do is a half kneeling calf stretch. So if you notice in these drills, I did open up your hips and back in the second one. The first one is all really your back of your body. And then the last one I want to do is a calf stretch. The majority of people are very, very tight in their calves or in their ankle region. And if we can really mobilize that area, we're going to feel it in the rest of our body. So that's why I have 2 drills in there to help recover that are focusing on our ankles or on the back of our legs. Another toe touch progression is putting your toes up, and this is a lot harder than your heels up because this is actually going to bring your calves into play a lot more. Really stay solid through your midsection, arms stay up, hips go back, hinge, and lower yourself to the mat. Just like the other toe touch progression, 30 to 60 seconds, hold this in this position and just try to maintain as straight a legs as you can. I know a lot of people will have a bent knee and that's fine. Just work on getting it straighter and straighter as you train. When you're done, slowly back up, back to the start. It's called a pretzel because you're basically putting your body into a pretzel. So you're going to start with your knees together, your feet together. You're going to side lie. I'm going to bring my bottom hand onto my top leg. My other hand is just going to kind of go on my rib cage here, and I'm going to drop that back shoulder as far down to the ground as I can. Now this is a static drill, meaning that I just sit here, but this is a great way to really separate your upper and lower body and really feel like that shoulder's pinned on the ground. So you might be up here, you might not have the same range of motion to me, and that's fine too. As long as you can feel that pull all up this side of your body, you're doing it right. And keep your knees together. A lot of people will do this to get more range of motion, but you need to really stay stacked and together and just drop that back arm. For this exercise, get in a half kneeling position, nice and tall upper body, and just lean forward and feel that stretch right all the way up your calf, all the way up your Achilles, and then come back. So lean forward for 2 or 3 seconds and really feel that stretch, and then come back. Make sure you keep your heel on the ground the whole entire time and keep your chest nice and tall. That's it. That's the end of the cool down. So I hope you've enjoyed this workout and I hope you've got something out of it. If you do like this workout and you want to see more content from me, please do subscribe. I do plan on putting out a lot more content over the year. So if you do like this channel and you do like some of the stuff that I'm putting out, please subscribe. I appreciate your support. Stay fit, stay safe, and let's go.